that happened in 2021. We have the story.
And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Monday, June 17th.
It's kind of feeling like a Monday, but the weather is not so Monday-like. It's going to be nice, I hear. It's not going to be too hot like it's been last week, even though the weekend was pretty cool. Well, let's check in with meteorologist Tiffany Savona to see what we're going to be seeing this morning and later on today. Hey, Tiffany.
Good morning, ladies. If you were a fan of the weather this past weekend with temperatures in the 60s and 70s, I think you'll love today. And tomorrow's looking pretty good. But after that, a big warm up on the way. You knew the cool weather couldn't last for too long, right? Temperatures in the 40s this morning. We're at 45 in Dayton, 47 in Walla Walla, 44 in the Tri-Cities, 43 Connell, 44 in Prosser, and 47 degrees now in Yakima. So I think you'll probably need that jacket before heading out the door. The winds are starting to pick up in Walla Walla, Pendleton, over toward Hermiston a little bit, and these winds will continue to increase throughout the day. So we're looking at a breezy day. We're looking at a cooler than average day, but not quite as cool as this weekend. Temperatures will be rising to around 70 degrees by noon, middle 70s by 5 o'clock. And we can't rule out a shower or even a few rumbles of thunder later on today and into early this evening, but chances are on the low side. So I think you can leave the rain gear at home. Now, a big warm up on the way this week. We'll let you know when the 90s return coming up in a little bit. Jessica and Jill, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. And several wildfires ignited over the weekend, the largest being the Beam Road fire near Sunnyside and Zillah.
Our Riley Fitzgerald is tracking this fire and the progress firefighters are making. Good morning, Riley. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Jill and Jessica. The Beam Road fire is burning near Zillah around the Rattlesnake Ridge area. These are photos from area firefighters and fire agencies working on putting the fire out. According to Yakima Valley Emergency Management, the evacuation orders are at level 1, get ready, for those people in Zillah and in the Rattlesnake Ridge area. The evacuations have been dropped from level 2, get set evacuations, but the Beam Road fire is still active. They say to gather emergency supplies and have them ready to be transported. Last night, it was estimated the fire to be around 8,500 acres burned and 42% contained. Right now, the cause of the fire is unknown. Coming up at 6:30, we'll tell you what we know so far about when this fire started, and we're continuing to get information from firefighters as this blaze continues. We'll keep you updated here and on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Jill and Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. Meanwhile, there was a second fire in the Wapato area this weekend along Donald Road. The Camas Road fire was estimated to be around 100 acres Saturday morning. Yakima County Fire District 5 says one home was lost to this fire along with some vehicles. All evacuation notices for the Camas Road fire have been lifted.
The cause of the fire is under investigation, and we'll bring you more information as soon as we get it. And continuing in our fire coverage, state fire assistance was mobilized for a large wildfire near the city of Prescott in Walla Walla County. The Neff Road fire started just before 2:30 p.m. on Saturday.
Multiple fire crews from Walla Walla and Benton counties responded to fight the wildfire. The fire has burned around 250 acres at last check and left behind a large area of charred grass, brush, and some crop coverage. It also prompted level 1 get ready evacuation orders for people in the area of the fire.
According to Walla Walla North County Fire District, nobody was hurt, no buildings were damaged, and livestock remained safe from the fire. In crime news now, we're learning more about a big narcotics recovery that occurred in College Place last week.
The College Place Police Department says officers responded to a reported theft at Walmart last Tuesday. They detained a female suspect, but police say a male suspect ignored their commands and ran through the parking lot. But police say then a group of people stopped and detained the man.
Officers searched the suspects and found a backpack containing a large amount of illegal drugs, including pink fentanyl pills, suspected fentanyl powder, and smaller amounts of cocaine and meth.
The suspects, identified as 42-year-old Hermiston resident Jamie Guerrero and 37-year-old Pendleton resident Katrina Chamberlain, were booked into the Walla Walla County Jail on charges of possession with intent to distribute fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine. also obstruction of law enforcement officer and theft in the third degree. And the next day, the suspects were released on a promise to appear in court. And as of Friday, a felony warrant has been issued for Chamberlain's rearrest. We have new information about a deadly gang-related shooting that happened back in 2021. The Yakima Police Department has arrested a third person in connection with the murder of Oscar Honda Lopez and assault of Patricia Leha.
According to court documents, a teenager was arrested on suspicion of murder, assault, drive-by shooting, and unlawful possession of a firearm. He made his first court appearance in relation to this case Friday afternoon. Police say the victims were driving around looking for a house they had seen for sale online and had pulled over to check their phones for directions when another car pulled up and its passengers started flashing gang signs.
Police also tell us Honda Lopez attempted to drive away, but the car followed and the passenger shot at them. Now, 3 years later, Yakima police say the arrest of another suspect is a step toward justice.
He was arraigned and remanded and kept in custody on, I think it's a $500,000 bail. Through the use of interviewing the witnesses, interviewing the victim, using video surveillance, etc., and just, good police work, good investigative work, following up on leads and continuing to not let this case come to an end.
Police have also arrested 19-year-old Rogelio Sosa on suspicion of rendering criminal assistance for reportedly helping to hide the suspect's car after the shooting. According to court documents, 2 passengers believed to be the shooters in the incident have not been arrested.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a rare drug-resistant flu variant has been detected in the U.S., but the CDC is saying about the variant that's been found in 15 countries.
That's coming up in your health headlines. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
My men are very, very hot. Oh my God.
Someone call 911. You are looking so fired.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Here comes the sun. Get moving with a new car from Overturf Kia. The new 2024 Kia Sportage gives you 3 great ways to save fuel. Available with fuel-efficient gas engine, a gas-electric hybrid, or as a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. A new 2024 Kia Sportage with all-wheel drive starts at just $30,990. Plus, get 1.9% interest for up to 48 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got you covered. We offer a variety of buildings and sheds that come with a 5-year limited warranty, free delivery, and setup. Whether you're ready to custom create your space or just need extra storage, we're here to help every step of the way. All in-stock buildings can be delivered within 7 to 10 days and custom builds in 3 to 4 weeks. So what are you waiting for? Find your perfect building or shed today with Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds in West Richland.
June is Men's Health Awareness Month, a good time to take steps to enrich your health and wellness with proper screenings and care. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care. Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
We have a health alert this morning. A rare drug-resistant flu variant has now been detected in the U.S. At least 2 cases were detected as of Saturday. The CDC says cases of the dual mutant flu variant have been found in 15 countries across 5 continents. It could lower the effectiveness of certain antiviral treatments, such as Tamiflu. The CDC says the threat is currently low, and lab testing shows other antiviral treatments are still effective, and the flu shot should offer protection. Here's your reminder to eat healthy today. It is National Eat Your Vegetables Day. There are plenty of health benefits to eating your vegetables. They can help control blood pressure, lower cholesterol, and lower the risk of heart disease. To get kids eating those vegetables, health experts say start them early. Put a small portion on their plate on a regular basis to make it a habit. But of course, it's also important for adults to make it a habit as well. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, extreme heat is bearing down on much of the country, and that heat plus dry conditions is making fire danger even worse. When we come back, we take a look at the biggest weather concerns in Southern California. But first, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has how the weather is locally. We'll be right back with that.
Next live, AGT star Howie Mandel. And join the party as Live with Kelly and Mark are Emmy winners for Best Daytime Talk Series hosts.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
The back end was in the back seat. There was nothing left of the rear.
Danny was in pain, and the insurance company was giving him the runaround.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company that I didn't have. I felt very comforted. I felt like I was going to be taken care of, that I didn't have to worry about it.
The insurance company couldn't run around me, and Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
The journey home can look a little different to everyone. For some, it's smooth and straight. For others, it's winding vineyard roads or rugged desert trails. But what really matters most is where you're headed. That's why our expert technicians are here to make sure that wherever you feel at home, whether it's when you're hard at work, surrounded by loved ones, or cheering them on from the sidelines, you get there. Our certified and trained vehicle experts are committed to keeping you on the road and getting you there safely. Because we know a vehicle is really more than a vehicle. It's your way home.
Drive home in a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz with financing as low as 2.99% from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
And now a joke from Yoke's Fresh Market.
What do you call chips that aren't yours? Nacho chips.
Meet Ann Carlson.
Nice to meet you.
An Apple Valley News Now viewer in Hermiston.
Apple Valley News Now has been able to cover some of the Hermiston events and the weather.
And a Stacy Lee fan.
I've enjoyed the weather reporting by Stacy. Stacy is professional, and I like that. There's not a lot of fun and games and silliness. And it's just good weather reporting, and I really appreciate your on-air personality.
First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
It's probably the only station that we watch.
Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Hopefully you enjoyed the cooler weather this weekend. We only saw highs in the 60s and 70s when we should be in the lower 80s for it being the middle of June. But summer is about 3 days away. Summer officially begins Thursday at 1:51, and it's going to feel more like summer as we head into the start of the season. So all good things must come to an end. If you really like the cooler weather, enjoy today and tomorrow because the heat is on after that. We have a really nice start early on this Monday out of our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam in Richland. We are looking at partly cloudy skies, and we will see partly to mostly cloudy skies throughout the day today. Temperatures are on the cooler side this morning, not quite as cool as yesterday morning, but still below average in the mornings as well. 44 in the Tri-Cities, 43 Connell, 45 in Dayton, and 47 degrees in Yakima. So you will likely need that sweater, sweatshirt, or jacket before heading off to work this morning. The winds are fairly light. They are starting to pick up in Pendleton, over toward Hermiston, Goldendale, and Toppenish, and these winds will increase throughout the afternoon hours, anywhere between 15 and 25 miles per hour, gusting possibly higher than 30. So it is going to be another breezy day. That could make it tough for the firefighters battling the wildfires in the area and the grass fires. Keep that in mind. Satellite and radar showing that we do have some showers to our east. Nothing locally, but even some higher elevation snow across portions of Idaho and Montana. And that's all because we have a large dip in the jet stream, all thanks to this upper level low that has parked itself over the Pacific Northwest and the northern tier of the country. So this upper low is going to keep temperatures below average today and tomorrow. Then we'll see a pattern change and we'll see a gradual warming trend after that. So today we're starting off partly cloudy. We'll be partly to mostly cloudy depending on where you are. More clouds along the foothills of the Blues. Can't rule out a shower or two this afternoon. Chances are on the low side. And we'll have slightly better chances in Connell, Walla Walla, and Pendleton along the foothills of the Blues there. Wouldn't even rule out a few rumbles of thunder too. Temperatures will climb into the upper 60s along the foothills of the Blues. It's only 74 in the Tri-Cities, 73 in Hermiston, 72 Prosser, and 72 degrees in Yakima. So one of those days where you may want to open up the windows in the house, let some fresh air in. Tonight, any shower activity comes to an end quickly and will be partly cloudy overnight. Temperatures will be dropping back down into the 40s tomorrow morning, and those winds will diminish by tomorrow morning as well. We'll drop to 48 in Tri-Cities, 45 Connell, 47 in Walla Walla, and 42 degrees in Toppenish, 44 in Yakima. Tomorrow, a beautiful day, a little bit warmer, but still below mid-June standards. 78 for your high in Tri-Cities, 76 Connell, and 77 in Yakima. So enjoy today and tomorrow, because then the heat really starts to build by the end of the week. If you have to do any yard work, if you got them on the lawn, do it this evening or do it tomorrow evening. We're back in the 80s on Juneteenth. Wednesday, summer officially beginning Thursday, and the 90s reappear. 90, 92 Friday. Saturday will be the hottest day, 94. Yakima, 92 breezy today. Lighter winds tomorrow, 77. The 80s make a comeback Wednesday, Thursday with 90s in the forecast this weekend. Can't rule out a few showers, maybe a few rumbles in Walla Walla today. Overall, a lot of clouds, 68, 70s tomorrow, 80s Wednesday, Thursday, and even we have 90s in the foothills of the Blues by the weekend. 73 today in Hermiston, 78 tomorrow, and middle 80s for Juneteenth. Ladies.
Thank you, Tiffany. And now to the extreme heat bearing down on much of the country. Some parts of the Northeast, where many homes don't even have air conditioning, could see temperatures near 100 this week. The heat and dry conditions are already fueling big concerns in the West in the form of wildfires. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the latest.
This morning, the race is on to stop multiple wildfires in Southern California. One fire north of Los Angeles burning more than 14,000 acres. More than 1,200 people evacuated.
The winds are probably going to be the biggest factor in battling this blaze. It's going to make the effort much more difficult.
This auto repair shop and dozens of vehicles destroyed just off the 5 freeway.
To show you how quick this fire came through, workers at this shop said this fire came through and burnt out these cars in just mere minutes.
This camera capturing how quickly the fire spread, that small plume growing into a sea of smoke in just a few hours. Winds expected to hit 70 miles per hour overnight carried embers 3/4 of a mile. Firefighters to the west managed to stop the progress of another fire near Lancaster, which burned at least one building not far from dozens of homes. But in Northern California, reports of buildings destroyed by a fire in Sonoma County. Experts warn this could be an especially dangerous fire season due in part to climate change, which brought rainy winters that caused vegetation to grow. Now, in the heat and dry conditions, that vegetation is fuel for fires. Meanwhile, heat typically only seen in the depths of summer is bearing down on the Midwest and Northeast. More than 260 million Americans will experience temperatures above 90 this week. Parts of the Northeast will see temperatures in the mid and upper 90s. Pittsburgh could hit 99 degrees Wednesday, which would be its highest June temperature on record. Extreme heat is the most dangerous form of extreme weather, causing an estimated 1,200 deaths in the U.S. each year. And now there's concern that number will only grow as northern cities unaccustomed to such extremes face this heat so early in the season. Andrew Dimber, ABC News, New York.
And going more in depth on that extreme heat, more than a dozen states could see almost 200 new or tied heat records this week. And that's because of that heat dome. Parts of the Southwest are at risk of wildfires and several are burning in California. Not to mention a wildlife sanctuary in Nevada is giving its snow leopard an air-conditioned den. Reminder that extreme temperatures can be hard on health for both humans and animals. So don't forget to practice heat safety. If you need more reminders, we have everything you need to know on how to deal with the heat and what to be aware of up on our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com, as well as our app. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, after nearly a near 2-year break, the Game of Thrones spinoff is back. And when we return, we take a sneak peek at what Season 2 has to offer. That's coming up next in your entertainment news.
Legends Casino Hotel is bearing it all. No, not that kind of bear. The winning gone wild kind every Thursday with over $77,000 in Forest Frenzy cash given away in June. Plus a badass 2024 Ford Bronco 4x4 on June 27th. Just use your Legends Rewards card to pile up entries for your share of $77,000 or even a brand new Bronco. Remember, it's not bears gone wild, but winning gone wild at Legends Casino Hotel all summer long.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
It's the end of the school year graduation sale here at the Auto Lot, and look at this 2016 Ford Explorer Platinum Leather Loaded for only $19.95. Wow, what a deal! Or how about this 2018 Honda Civic for 61,000 miles for only $19.95? It's like new. Or check out the 2020 Cherokee Laredo eSport 4x4 for only $24.95. All season ready. And Chevy lovers, how about this 2020 Malibu LS for only $19.95? Super clean. And how about this 2020 Rogue SL with only 46,000 miles loaded with premium wheels? Don't let this graduation sale pass you by. Visit us at AutoLotNW.com.
Welcome to Good Shepherd Healthcare System, where every door can lead to hope and healing, better health, positive outcomes, and a brighter future for your family. We believe in personalized care. Whether you're here for a routine checkup, a complicated surgery, or to visit a loved one, step through our doors and experience the personalized, compassionate care that we're known for. Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Need a new furry pal? It's Operation Best Friend from Apple Valley News Now. Each Wednesday, we'll feature lovable pets from area shelters wanting forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Windermere Group 1 and Apple Valley News Now.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Now for a story Jessica is very excited about. After a near 2-year break, the Game of Thrones spin-off House of the Dragon has returned for a second season.
Like Jill said, I am very excited. Big Game of Thrones fan. I like the show, but it's not as good as Game of Thrones, but maybe season 2 will be better. David Daniel has a look.
Our terms are very simple. Renounce the false king and bend the knee to the queen, or your house burns.
The war for the Iron Throne continues in Season 2 of House of the Dragon.
All hail King Aegon!
The enemy usurped my throne.
We're going to King's Landing. We're trying to make a show that matches the first season in the scale and ambition. It's the second album, so to speak, so we're trying to play a few hits along the way and deliver on all things that feel House of the Dragon-y.
They wish now not for the good of the realm, but for the satisfaction of vengeance.
One change for Season 2, the actors appreciated lighter costumes.
Yes, they have loosened it up. They've done an amazing job. The cape's about half the weight than it was before.
The cape was so fun. Sorry, I have to laugh. It was so heavy. It was so heavy.
We will prevail and bring forth peace. But But you must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
Good. To war, then.
The enemy without may be fought with swords. The enemy within is more insidious.
I think there's an inner storm that's brewing that is loud and, about to rear its ugly head.
War is coming, and neither of us may win.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
I geek out over those dragon scenes. They are insane looking.
And visually just beautiful.
Yes, which means you're going to start Game of Thrones and then you'll get on House of Dragon and you'll be done in like a week, right?
I don't know that I have the time, but
I don't think
I'll
you
try.
do. I want to watch it again also. I've seen it twice. A third time I could do with you.
Okay.
Well, HBO and Max have already renewed House of the Dragon for a third season.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, it is Internet Safety Month, and we're going to the experts to find out how to keep your kids and their information safe.
Plus the latest on the Beam Road fire near Zillah that's still burning. We have the details in just a few minutes. Keep it right here.
That's a wrap. I gotta run. I am headed to Portugal. It's GMA's European adventure. I'm so excited. You're not gonna believe what we're gonna show you.
The beauty, the wow. Robin's taking you to Portugal this week on
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select Kubota tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Hard work, perseverance, courage. These are the attributes of a champion. A lifetime of success starts here at the Children's Developmental Center. Every child needs a champion. Support our mission of empowering families and improving children's lives. Join us for our fundraiser, Summer Cuisine at Terra Blanca, presented by Country Financial. Will you be one of our champions?
I'm a real wild one.
Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Wild Edition goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a Bronco Sport Wild Edition for $339 a month for 36 months, or purchase with $3.9 for 36 and get $2,000 wild bonus cash.
Researching childhood vaccines often feels like this.
When T lymphocytes recognize antigens,
they're lying to us. Vaccines are just another plot to make money.
The most important thing parents should know about vaccines is...
Accept my cookies. Sign up for the newsletter. Sorry, you've reached your free article limit.
There's a simpler way to get answers. Visit vaccinesmartwa.org.
14.9% of American men 18 plus are in fair or poor health. Could one of them be you? Find out more about men's health at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
TriQ Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a large wildfire burning on Beam Road near Zillah, which prompted evacuations. We have the latest.
We're talking about how to protect your children from predators online and the red flags you should be looking for.
Also details on a local job fair for substitute teachers, where it's happening and what you need to bring if you're looking for a job.
And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Monday, June 17th. We're back at it.
We are back in action. It's been a good weekend. I was in Texas visiting for for my fiance's family friend's wedding. Amazing, but it was so hot. It was it felt like 100, and coming back into town here, it was nice to feel those cool temperatures, which I think we're still seeing this morning. We'll check in now with Tiffany Savona to see what exactly we're seeing. Hey, Tiffany.
Good morning to the both of you. Yes, Jessica, you can enjoy today and tomorrow because it will stay unseasonably cool. A lot of you giving the AC a break this weekend, and you can keep it off for today as well. Open up those windows. It's a little bit on the chilly side this morning. It's 44 in the Tri-Cities, 47 Walla Walla, 44 in Connell, 47 in Toppenish, and 47 degrees in Yakima. Now, the winds are light for the most part right now, but those winds will be increasing out of the south and west today, and they'll get up to about 15 to 25 miles per hour. So keep in mind, we do have grass fires burning, so this will kind of make it tricky for firefighters out there. So always use caution on breezy days like today and avoid that outdoor burning. So here's what to expect. Temperatures will be rising into the lower 70s with more sunshine in Yakima. Tri-Cities, mix of sun and clouds, highs in the middle 70s. Walla Walla, more clouds, maybe a few showers, rumbles of thunder later on today with highs only in the upper 60s. If you need to mow the lawn, I would say do it this evening with temperatures in the lower 70s. It'll be breezy, or do it tomorrow evening because then we really start to heat things up and the 90s make a comeback. We'll let you know when coming up in a bit. Ladies, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Well, several wildfires ignited over the weekend, the largest being the Beam Road fire near Sunnyside and Zillah.
Our Riley Fitzgerald is tracking this fire and the progress firefighters are making. Good morning, Riley. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Jill and Jessica. The Beam Road fire is still burning near Zillah around the Rattlesnake Ridge area. According to Yakima Valley Emergency Management, the evacuation orders are at level 1, get ready, for those people in Zillah and in the Rattlesnake Ridge area. They say to gather emergency supplies and have them ready to be transported. Last night, it was estimated the fire had to be burned around 8,500 acres and 42% contained. This is the timeline of what we know so far. The Washington State Fire Marshal's office says the Beam Road fire was reported around 12:22 in the afternoon on Saturday near Zillah and Sunnyside. It was just 4 hours later that Yakima County Fire District 5 requested the mobilization of state firefighting resources. At that time, crews were fighting both the Beam Road fire and the Camas Road fire near Wapato. According to fire officials, both fires were burning vegetation and were direct threats to homes, crops, main power lines, and livestock. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. On Saturday afternoon, according to the National Weather Service, winds gusted as strong as 23 miles to 36 miles per hour at times in the city of Zillah. As we continue to track this fire, you can always find updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Jill and Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. In your national headlines this morning, police are trying to determine a motive in a shooting at a splash pad park in Rochester Hills, Michigan on Saturday. The shooting left 9 people wounded, including small children. A 42-year-old male suspect was found dead at a nearby home with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound.
The individual pulled up, exited a vehicle, approached the splash pad, opened fire, reloaded, left. So it appears very random at this point, appears random, no connectivity to the victims.
Officials say the shooter may have had mental health problems. According to the Gun Violence Archive, around 220 mass shootings have happened so far in the U.S. this year. And we have a scam to tell you about now, this one targeting children and teenagers in schools. The Sela School District says students may have gotten emails this week from a scammer trying to get personal information.
The district says emails claiming to be from a Sela High School staffer invited students to apply for an internship opportunity. Those emails reportedly asked students to complete an online form and send a digital check for deposit. The school district says none of those things would ever come from their staff through the school email system. They're asking students to just delete the emails or contact the district IT department with any questions.
And it is Internet Safety Month, and with kids getting out of school, now is a really good time to have a conversation about staying safe online.
Our Monique Ledesma talked to an expert about how you can help protect the children in your life.
When it comes to children on the internet, SARC advocate Samantha Warner says they are seeing a significant increase in online enticement. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children say they saw a 300% increase in the 3 years from 2020 to 2023. And Warner says when it comes to crimes on the internet, anyone could be a victim.
I would honestly say that any child is at risk for being exploited. Unfortunately, what we do see is the children who are the most at risk for being exploited is the ones whose parents are usually saying, "Not my child, it's never going to happen to me," unfortunately, because those conversations aren't being had. Oftentimes it happens to children whose parents aren't monitoring the devices.
When it comes to protecting your child, getting to know what apps or websites they are on is key.
Being inside of the apps that they have and making sure the kids are not setting their locations, where they're at, and then making sure that you are aware of who your kids are talking to and knowing all of the settings within those apps. A lot of the gaming apps also have chat rooms within those, and a lot of times what we're seeing is that kids are being exploited within those apps.
It's important to set some rules for devices, like keeping them out of bedrooms and being alert for possible red flags that your child might be in over their head.
One of those is being very secretive with their device, maybe, parents asking to look at their device, or being secretive, turning it off.
Warner also says another vital part of protecting your child is by having those uncomfortable conversations.
Kids are in their 12, 13 years old. The majority of kids in the United States have already been exposed to some form of child pornography, whether they've seen it by accident or whether they've gone out and searched for it because they've heard of it. And so, unfortunately, while it's uncomfortable to have those conversations, it's important that we're having them. It's important that those conversations are happening with parents.
Of course, prevention is key in these situations, and SARC has resources to family to avoid falling victim to predators online. But if your child is targeted, it's important to reach out to police for help and make sure your children know they will not get in trouble for coming forward. Reporting in studio, Monique Ledesma for Apple Valley News Now.
Ahead today, the Pasco School District is hosting a job fair for substitute teachers. At the event, current and future educators can speed up the application process with on-the-spot interviews.
The substitute teacher job fair is happening at ESD 123 on West Court Street in Pasco. That's from 1 to 5 p.m. today. Attendees are encouraged to bring their resumes, their ID, and unofficial transcripts.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay says he's lucky to be alive.
This after he was involved in a bad biking accident. We have the details on the incident that's shaken him. Keep it right here.
Stacy Lee, she's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck, heavy hit.
Call 853-2222.
Now is a great time to get an offer you'll love on the Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid. Inventory is here, so bring on the fun. Bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the memories. And get a great offer on a Honda, named the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Murray Gaston Wine Bar.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $1,950 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Did you know Austria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Austria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Next live, AGT star Howie Mandel. And join the party as Live with Kelly and Mark are Emmy winners for Best Daytime Talk Series hosts.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Apple Valley News Now was recently honored by the Society of Professional Journalists Northwest with first place awards for general excellence, breaking news, health reporting, and video series. Plus, second place awards for video series, investigative reporting, feature soft news, and feature hard news. While we all like awards, we're here to serve our communities and be on your side every day. That's what matters most to us. Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It was more than just a little luck that likely saved the life of Gordon Ramsay last week.
The celebrity chef was involved in a bad accident with his bicycle, and now in his own words, he says he's lucky to be here. Here's Andrew Dimbert.
Hi guys, it's Gordon.
Gordon Ramsay says he's lucky to be alive after a bike accident in Connecticut last week. The Hell's Kitchen star revealing this enormous bruise under his chef's coat.
You know how much I love cycling and triathlons and Ironman, etc. This week, unfortunately, I had a really bad accident and it really shook me. And honestly, I'm lucky to be here.
Ramsay, visibly shaken at times, thanked the doctors and nurses who cared for him. He posted a picture suited up before the crash and a photo showing his mangled helmet after, alongside a stern warning to his fans.
Honestly, you've got to wear a helmet. I don't care how short the journey is. I don't care, the fact that these helmets cost money, but they're crucial.
More than 1,000 bicyclists died in crashes with motor vehicles in the U.S. in 2022, a record high. In cities like New York, bike ridership is reaching historic levels, some riders opting for speedier e-bikes, which now make up 75% of all deadly bike crashes in the city. Even overseas, cyclists are getting serious about safety. In the traditionally helmet-free Netherlands, the government is now urging citizens to protect their heads because of an increase in serious injuries. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Yikes, please wear your helmet.
Definitely.
As for Gordon Ramsay, he did not elaborate on what led up to the crash, but he did say he did not break any bones. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a scary situation for passengers when a flight made an emergency landing in Spokane. We have the details.
And another scary experience for about 30 people while they were on an amusement park ride in Oregon. We'll tell you all about it next.
Something is weird. Look around. All possible Triple Play customers are perfectly represented right now.
Wait, really?
There's the family, the group of adult friends, kids on their school trip,
and the first date couple, and the grandparents with their grandkids.
It's just too perfect. I knew it. They're shooting a commercial.
I thought we were better than that.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
We just thought...
If it's hidden, you might get bitten.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pie gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Meet Ann Carlson, a Stacey Lee fan.
And I'm not saying that just because you're standing in front of me.
And an Apple Valley News Now viewer in Hermiston.
We moved here about 9 years ago, and we came from Bend, which is a big town, had really, really local news coverage. Apple Valley News Now has been able to cover some of the Hermiston events and good weather reporting, and that's why we appreciate it.
Thank you, Ann. If you watch Apple Valley News Now, let us know, and maybe we'll come see you too. Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
No matter how he got here, how alone she feels, how they've struggled to support their best friend. What's important is this moment, when they reached out and said, "I can't do this alone." And we said, "That's okay. We'll figure it out together." If you or a loved one needs support, our trained counselors can help you too. 988, anywhere, anytime.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It was a cooler weekend across the Pacific Northwest. We saw highs both Saturday and Sunday in the 60s and 70s. And we even tied a record low in Yakima. That was yesterday. Yakima got down to 35 degrees, that old record 1954. So we'll tie that going forward in 2024. So pretty incredible how cold it got across the Yakima Valley yesterday morning. Now it's not quite as cold this morning. Yakima's at 47, but there's still a chill in the air. It's 46 in Prosser, 44 in Tri-Cities, 45 Connell, and 47 degrees in Walla Walla. And those winds are starting to pick up in some locations like Pendleton and Hermiston and also over toward Goldendale. These wind speeds will continue to increase throughout the morning and into the afternoon. So we're looking at another breezy day, and our futurecast sustained winds showing that we'll likely see those sustained winds between 15 and 25 miles per hour later on. We heard from Riley earlier about the wildfire ongoing. There was more that popped up this weekend, so this could make it tough for crews to continue to fight these fires, and we don't want new ones to be sparked today because of that wind. Overnight, the winds will finally subside late into early tomorrow morning. So let's talk our satellite and radar, because we have showers to our east, a couple of showers to our west, even some higher elevation snow falling across portions of Idaho and Montana. That's because we have a large dip in the jet stream. An upper level low has parked itself across the Pacific Northwest. That's going to result in temperatures below average. We saw that all weekend. That'll be the case today. And with that upper level low, that could spark off a sprinkle or two for some of us. Notice the foothills of the Blues will have better chances for a few showers and maybe even rumbles of thunder today. Temperatures will only climb into the upper 60s for the foothills of the Blues, 74 in Tri-Cities. Keep in mind, it's June 17th. We should be in the lower 80s for highs, but we're going to be a good 10 degrees below average, 72 in Yakima and 72 in Toppenish. Tonight, temperatures fall into the low and middle 40s rather. So by tomorrow morning, it'll be on the chilly side once again. And then tomorrow afternoon, a beautiful day. Highs in the upper 70s, still a few degrees below average. And then the warm-up arrives by Wednesday. 86 degrees for Juneteenth. The weather will cooperate for any of those celebrations. Thursday, 90 degrees on the first day of summer. How fitting is that? And those 90s keep on going through the weekend and into early next week. Yakima, 72 and breezy today, 77 tomorrow, 83 on Juneteenth, 88 for the first day of summer, and then the 90s making a comeback Friday and Saturday. Saturday looks like it will be the warmest day, or hottest day, I should say. 30% chance for a few spotty showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm later today. 76 tomorrow, 80s Wednesday, Thursday, and 90s, even in Walla Walla, Friday and Saturday. Hermiston, 73 today, upper 70s tomorrow. Enjoy today and tomorrow. Those will be the coolest days, because then it just turns hot by the end of the week and into the weekend with those 90s going, and those overnight lows will be warming up as well. We'll have 50s and 60s by the end of the week. Ladies, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Check this out now. A frightening experience for about 30 people on an amusement park ride in Oregon. This ride got stuck upside down. It happened Friday at Oaks Amusement Park in Portland. So what happened? Well, officials had to manually lower the ride.
Sounds like my worst nightmare. Everyone was evaluated once they got off the ride, and there were no reports of any injuries. The malfunction happened on the opening day of the park for the 2024 season.
And I was mentioning this earlier. I love roller coasters, but I think that experience would steer me away for a while.
I think it already steers me away for a while. And now to another scary incident. A Sun Country flight from Seattle to Minneapolis, St. Paul was diverted to the Spokane International Airport because of an engine shutdown.
Sun Country Flight 286 made an emergency landing in Spokane Friday night. Luckily, no injuries were reported. The airline says it worked to get all the passengers onto another aircraft back to MSP. The cause of the engine shutdown has not been released. And it's been 1 year since the deadly implosion of the Titan. That's a submersible that was on its way to the wreckage of the Titanic.
The Titan vanished last June with 5 people on board. After a multi-day search, authorities found that the vessel had imploded.
This morning, an ROV, or remote operated vehicle, from the vessel Horizon Arctic discovered the tail cone of the Titan submersible approximately 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic on the seafloor.
The implosion killed the submersible's operator and owner, Stockton Rush, and 4 others.
Family, friends, and fellow sea explorers plan to hold both public and private ceremonies this week to honor the victims. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast.
But first, here's a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive.
Has Sherry ever apologized to you or the children?
It was the case that started as a Thanksgiving miracle in 2016 and ended as one of the most notorious criminal hoaxes in recent memory. Sherry Papini faked her own disappearance, lied to authorities, and claimed that she'd been kidnapped by 2 Hispanic women. This morning, for the first time since her arrest, her former husband, Keith Papini, is speaking out.
When you first encountered her in the hospital, what was your first instinct?
It was a shock to me, and I remember thinking how horrible of me to even think that she could have done this to herself.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more of our exclusive interview, plus a look ahead to the Hulu docuseries Perfect Wife, the mysterious disappearance of Sherry Papini. With your GMA First Look, I'm Matt Gutman, ABC News, Los Angeles.
I'm getting vaccinated in Pfizer's pneumococcal pneumonia vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
Come on. I already got a pneumonia vaccine, but I'm asking about the added protection of Prevnar 20.
If you're 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 20 is approved in adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most common side effects were pain and swelling at the injection site, muscle pain, fatigue, headache, and joint pain.
I want to be able to keep my plans.
I don't want to risk ending up in the hospital with pneumococcal pneumonia.
That's why I chose Prevnar 20.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist about the Pfizer vaccine for pneumococcal pneumonia.
Now, the morning sprint.
Welcome back. Time right now is 6:52.
We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Starting off, the Beam Road fire is still burning near Zilla around the Rattlesnake Ridge area. According to Yakima Valley Emergency Management, the evacuation orders are at level 1, get ready for people in Zilla and in the Rattlesnake Ridge area. Last night, it was estimated the fire to be around 8,500 acres and 42% contained.
Yakima County Fire District 5 requested the mobilization of state firefighting resources. Fire officials say the fire was burning vegetation and was a direct threat to homes, crops, main power lines, and livestock. The cause remains under investigation.
Another fire in the Wapato area this weekend along Donald Road. The Camas Road fire was estimated to be around 100 acres Saturday morning. Yakima County Fire District 5 says one home was lost to this fire along with some vehicles. All the evacuation notices for this fire have been lifted. The cause is under investigation.
State fire assistance was mobilized for a large wildfire near the city of Prescott in Walla Walla County. The Neff Road fire started just before 2:30 p.m. on Saturday. Multiple fire crews from Walla Walla and Benton counties responded to fight the wildfire, and the fire had burned around 250 acres at last check and left behind a large area of charred grass, brush, and some crop coverage. It also prompted level 1 get ready evacuation orders for people in the area of the fire. And according to Walla Walla North County Fire District, nobody was hurt, no buildings were damaged, and livestock remained safe.
According to court documents, a teenager was arrested in a murder case from 2021. He made his first court appearance in relation to that case Friday afternoon. Police say the victims were driving around looking for a house they had seen for sale online and had pulled over to check their phones for directions when another car pulled up and its passengers started flashing gang signs. Police say the victims attempted to drive away, but the car followed and the passengers shot at them. Police have arrested 19-year-old Rogelio Sosa, and according to court documents, 2 passengers believed to be the shooters in the incident have not been arrested.
And we have a scam alert to tell you about, this one targeting children and teenagers in schools. The Sela School District says students may have gotten emails this week from a scammer trying to get personal information. The district says emails claiming to be from a Sela High School staffer invited students to apply for an internship opportunity. Those emails reportedly asked students to complete an online form and send a digital check for deposit. The school district says none of those things would ever come from their staff through the school email system. They're asking students to delete the emails and they can contact the district IT department with any questions.
The Pasco School District is hosting a job fair for substitute teachers. At the event, current and future educators can speed up the application process with on-the-spot interviews. The job fair is happening at ESD 123 on West Court Street in Pasco from 1 to 5 p.m. People are encouraged to bring their resumes, ID, and unofficial transcripts.
And today marks the start of the City of Richland's Slurry Seal Pavement Preservation Project. Slurry Seal is considered a preventative treatment applied to residential roads to extend the life of the asphalt and protect it from the effects of heat and water. This year, the project will target South Central Richland. Residents will be notified prior to work being done on their streets. And we'll check in now with Tiffany for a final look at your first alert forecast this morning. Hey, Tiffany.
Good morning, and the cooler weather will stick around today. We're looking at a mix of sun and clouds out there early on this Monday morning, and there's a little bit of a chill in the air. Not quite as chilly as yesterday morning. Remember, we got down to 35 in Yakima. We tied the old record low for yesterday's date. We're at 47 this morning, 44 in Tri-Cities, 47 in Walla Walla, 49 Pendleton, and Connell sitting at 45 degrees. The winds aren't too strong just yet, but they're in the process of picking up, especially across northeast Oregon and back across the Kittitas Valley. So today will be a breezy day, partly to mostly cloudy. Can't rule out a stray shower, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder. Better chances along the foothills of the Blues, but even then, any activity is going to be pretty isolated in nature. 74 degrees today. We could see wind gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. Temperatures stay below average tomorrow, so I think if you're a fan of the cooler weather today and tomorrow, they're your days to really enjoy and take advantage of, because we're back in the middle 80s Wednesday for Juneteenth, and the 90s return for the start of the summer season. Yakima breezy today, 72, 77 tomorrow, 83 Wednesday, getting close to 90 Thursday, with those 90s making a comeback Friday and Saturday. Walla Walla, we have about a 30% chance for a few spotty showers, maybe even an isolated storm. Cooler, 68, Hermiston 73 today, and then 90s returning by Thursday. Ladies.
Thank you, Tiffany, and thanks for watching Good Morning Northwest.
Your local news is back at 4:30.